Hey, welcome back to this video. I'm excited to have you here. If you can't tell, I'm driving. Why am I driving? I don't know. We're going to talk about green lights today. I just hit a red light. Don't you hate hitting red lights? I know I do. I live in kind of a small town, but yet it seems like, I don't know, even during our rush hour, I hit every single red light. Wouldn't it be great to have a system where, you could find green lights throughout the process, and that it would almost guarantee your success in any business, any website, any niche that you want to get into, anything you want to ever launch, that if you had the green lights, like I just got one, and I got another coming up, if you could get all green, you would almost guarantee that you're going to make money. Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video today. Today, I'm just cruising around, trying to hit some red lights and some green lights for y'all. This is real fun stuff. But we're going to talk about a green light system. That's what I call it. And green means go, obviously, but in my mind, green also means cash. And I know when I started in business, there's been many businesses in my life that I've started and they've failed miserably. I've started things that I thought were great ideas that I'm like, man, I'm going to be the first one with this idea. Or maybe I was doing something that I thought would work because I saw somebody doing something similar, but yet it wasn't close enough that it actually failed miserably. So when I first started in business, even when I was going on online marketing, there was a concept I learned called newbies get crushed. And how I learned this is I actually had a campaign I launched. I made about $7,000 my first day of launching this campaign, mainly just driving traffic off one keyword on Google. And what I learned is within the next day or two, I had 4 or 5 competitors who had just gone in and ripped me off. And before I knew it, the campaign that I had that was making money was actually not making me a dime anymore. So I learned a concept called newbies get crushed. And that really wasn't a good thing at the moment. That was my main source of income. And I was like, I need to make this work for me. But what I learned from it is, how could I use that concept? In other words, I saw how somebody came in, they looked at what I was doing, and they immediately made money. And they made a lot more than me because they knew what they were doing. But how could I use that concept in the business that I run each and every day? And not only that, how could I use that concept in any business that I run the rest of my life? And that's where this green light system was born from. And basically how this works is we've got 4 lights that we're going to run any website through. And again, this goes off the other video you saw where we're looking to find a website or a business that's already making money. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to run them through 4 green lights. The first green light is something with high traffic. I happen to be in a lot of traffic right now, at least for this town that I'm in. But you want to find a website that has consistent high traffic. And I showed you a tool called Compete.com, Alexa.com, Quantcast are all free tools to use to find out what these green lights are. So you look for a website that's got high traffic in a niche that you want to be a part of. So if you want to be in weight loss, you find a weight loss website that has high traffic. That's the first green light. The second thing is consistent traffic. So in other words, I had high traffic, but is it consistent? So if you find a website, again, using Compete and Quantcast, these websites I've told you about, if you find a website that shows consistent traffic over at least the last 6 months, now you know you're looking at a website that's probably making money, because people, especially if you find them on paid advertising, people don't just buy advertising to buy advertising. They buy advertising to make money. So if they're spending money to get high traffic consistently, it means that that website's probably making money. I hope that makes sense. The third green light, which we just got a third green light, that's awesome. And green lights are good. Green lights mean go, green lights mean cash. The third green light that you look for is you look to see, is that website buying advertising on different media sources? So if you find a keyword on Google, you type it in, and then you go over to Bing or Yahoo, you type in that exact same keyword. If you do that and you find the same website advertising, you'll know that they're actually spending money on Google and they're also spending money on Bing. So now you have a website that you found that, number one, has high traffic. Consistent traffic is number 2. The third thing is that it is traffic that's on different media sources. When you find 3 green lights like that, that means you've got a website that has a lot of potential to be a huge money maker for you in any niche or thing that you're launching on the internet. Now, the fourth thing you look at is, okay, now that you've found a website that passes these first 3 green lights. Again, this applies to any niche, any offer, any business in the world, literally. It applies to any business, and it'll work in any economy at any time. But the fourth thing you're looking for is, can you replicate that offer? So let's say I'm in the weight loss industry. Again, that's the example we started with. Let's stick with that. And let's say that I found a website that has high traffic, green light number 1. It's consistent traffic, green light number 2. I found it on multiple media sources. Maybe I've seen it on Facebook and Google, or Google and Bing. I know they're spending money at multiple places. That's green light 3. The fourth green light that we have to go through is it a website, or is it an offer that we can recreate? So let's say that the person's selling an ebook or a book online, or if they're selling a weight loss supplement, or if they're selling a DVD or weight loss program. Think of all the things you can buy for weight loss. The question you have to ask yourself is, can I replicate that website, and can I get that same or create a product very similar to that? So let's walk through an example of the green light system. Let's say that you are a dog trainer, or you're looking to get into the dog training niche, and you want to make money by teaching people how to train their dogs. That's a huge industry. So let's go ahead and take a look at a website. Let's go to Google and type in the word dog training. When we do that, we see some results come up in the paid advertising area, which is the yellow area and the area on the right of the screen. And we see a website called thedogtrainingsecret.com. Okay, if we are to then go and take that website, we're going to run it through the green light system. Okay, again, this applies to any niche you're in. You would simply go to Google, or you'd be on Facebook and look for a website who's advertising in your particular niche. So we're going to go ahead and take the website, thedogtrainingsecret.com, and we're going to take it over to a website called compete.com. As you can see, it's got some of the qualifications that we're going to talk about with the green light system, which is number 1, it has high traffic. It's got over 200,000 visitors this last month, and it's been very consistent traffic. It's the second green light. That's been going on for almost a year to 2 years if you had the paid version of Compete. This advertiser has been spending money on Google for almost 2 years, and it's been very high traffic, green light number 1. If you take it over to Bing, then let's go over to Bing and type in dog training. Great. We see the result. Again, we see the domain, thedogtrainingsecret.com's on Bing. That means this advertiser has high traffic. We saw it on Compete. It's consistent traffic. We also see that when we go to Compete. Green light number 3, we saw that this website was also on Bing when we went and did a search, and it was on Google, which means that this person is spending money on 2 different media sources. And when we look at the offer, I think it's a pretty easy offer. If we go look at the website, we click there. If we look at the offer, we actually can see that this is a website I think we could create pretty easily. And if we wanted to create a product to compete against this person, we could probably do that as well if we just followed the system that I'm going to teach you in the book and through our website. So that's a brief overview of how the green light system works. 4 green lights mean big time cash in your business, whatever business you're doing, as far as when you want to bring it onto the internet. In my book, Internet Millionaire, Your Blueprint to Succeed, I walk even more in depth on how to do each and every one of these green lights. I actually take you through different examples. We actually go and look over my shoulder. You look at my screen. I actually have screenshots, and I show you exactly how we do this on the internet. So I want to offer that book to you today. And I really think that this book is loaded with a lot of content that's comparable even to the highest paid thing I've ever attended in my life. So that's how much content, that's how much, money-making secrets, money-making techniques. This is the exact same system I use to create millions of dollars in my business each and every year, and I'm giving it to you in the book, Internet Millionaire. I'm giving you the exact blueprint for you to succeed in whatever business you're doing. Whether you're a newbie or whether you already have an existing business, this book is going to help you take your business to another level, to a new level, or to wherever you want to go. So go ahead, check out the offer on this page for the book. It's going to be the best money you've ever invested, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to get back to some green lights.